Hi, people. Um, Thanks for tuning back in. Um, Hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing good. Um, I want to test out my new features to this game. So I'm gonna run this, and I've been doing a lot of patchwork and debugging, and I'm just gonna turn this down a little bit because it is really loud. Um, that's better. So, um, what I've implemented here is a save feature. So as we can see, you can see I have $5. Let me go in this store here, and I've taken the music out for right now because it just slows things down. But we're gonna go in the store, and there's a bug here. I can't go up, but I can fix that. Now, sometimes it's hard to get all these bugs out and make all these patches. I've been doing this for a few days and I can't seem to get a handle on it. Um, but there's a line, joystick up down support is what I'm looking for, and here it is. So I need to change line 77 to level. Not level S, just level. Because before I had it as S, and then I'm using words now, words and not just variables, so that the variable makes sense. And I couldn't use screen because it conflicted, screen 1, 2, 3, 4, which is what it's supposed to say. But since screen is a reserved word, like we found out with the Cocoa errors, I found another one. And I didn't realize it, and I had to go back in and change everything that said screen to level. So let's run this again, and that one I missed. So we're going to run this again, and I'm going to go back in that hobby shop, and I'm going to pick up a rocket, and I'm not going to pay for it. I'm just going to pick it up. I'm just going to pick it up so you can see. Well, I'm testing this live, actually, is what I'm doing. We're going to pick up a rocket, and that's it. And so I'm going to stand right here, and there's a reason for that. I'm going to stand actually right here. Okay. Now, for my inventory, you can see that I have $5 and a model rocket. For my score, oh Jesus, I knew I shouldn't have done that. Let's see what's wrong with 391. Oh, I can't imagine what's wrong here. Your score is, now I had to change. I changed it to points. It was SC. I didn't use score because it would conflict with screen. Then the screen ended up not working. I changed it to level. Now it's points, and it's giving me an error. Let's print points. Points. And it's giving me a syntax error, and I don't know why. Print PO, print POI, print POIN, print POINT. Now that's strange. I don't know why that's an error. I think it's looking at it as PO integer, guys. Because integer, integer is a like int print integer 0 1.5. Okay, so that's what's happening there. It's looking at it as PO integer. Just another problem. So we're not going to do this score, okay? We're just going to do the inventory, the screen that we're on, and the position that I'm in is all going to be saved. So if we want to quit the game at any time and save it, we can come back to our exact screen location, the exact screen we were on before, the inventory that we previously had, and the location your character is standing in. So to demonstrate this, here's our inventory. Here's the location we're standing in. It's just random, and we're in the hobby shop. So if I quit, press Q, it says insert save game tape. Press record, then press space. So I'm going to virtually insert the save game tape. Press record. Sometimes I have to do it a few times here, but the equivalent to that is output tape. So I'm literally going into my emulator, I'm finding save game, virtually the tape. I'm just gonna press record on that, and then I press space, and we have another syntax error. Jesus. Now I have to close. If I don't close this locate, oh son of a, I think it was 479, and I believe it's points again. So I'm gonna have to change this to. We're gonna kill this. I'm gonna have to change it to score, which is what it should be. Points, score, it's the same thing. And then I'm going to have to go and find it on the other end. 10 to 20. 16 is going to have to be changed to score. And, okay, so now I have to close this location, or I will get an error. I won't be able to save anything. So I opened that location, but we only made it to here, and then we got an error, so it didn't close. If you open that location, you have to close that location, or you will get an OI error, some other errors. I don't know. There's, I think it's IO error. There's a couple other ones, and if that happens, close that location, and then you'll be able to save again. So now I think it'll work. Here's the third time here, and okay, let's try this again. Now this should work. We're gonna go again back in here, pick up the rocket. It takes a little while to load. There's a lot of graphics. It's up here. There's a lot of graphics for this computer. It's only a Coco 1. Pick this up. And here I'm using line input, so we don't get the double quotation mark. But you have to put your own quotation mark, or there won't be any quotation mark. And you have, if you want a space, you could put a space there. But it takes the question mark out of the equation. Now we're going to stand over here one more time. We check our inventory. We have $5 in a model rocket, and we're in the hobby shop. I'm going to quit the game. I'm going to follow the instructions. I'm going to insert the save game tape, press record, hit space, It's going to save all of my progress. Oh no, not another one. What in the world could actually be wrong now? Ah, Jesus. See if I spelled anything wrong here. ELSE, continue. Print, continue. Now, why is that a syntax error? This is just full of trouble. We're going to print CO, print CON. I can't do CONT. I don't know what that denotes. Print conti, but I can't do cont. Now that is not, I don't see that as being a reserved word. On T. Huh, that on, I don't know what on is. On, what is on? Print on. FC or on. What is on? Now, there's another one this is freaking me out here. I don't know what on means. On go sub. I think that's what it is. There's something called on go sub. I don't understand what it is, but there is a command called on go sub, and I think that's what it's looking at. I can't imagine, or there's another on command. So I'm gonna have to shorten this down. It's continue. Now, Jesus, this is making it really difficult for me to keep track of things here. Um, you know what? Let's see here. What could this is, if I list, I'm using continue because I wrote a clause here, and it's simply, I don't know where it is, continue clause, I don't know where it is in here. Sorry for the hold up here, but encountering all kinds of strange errors. You know what I'm going to do? I need to pull up my list here without, hopefully I don't shut off the feed. I'm going to look on my desktop because this list is too hard to see this way. So I'm on game tape 1P is what it's called. So let me look at the contents of this list here. I can see it a lot easier this way. Continue. I know, I just don't know where it is here. I wrote. Let's see. I know I said. Let's go down to the bottom. if continue equals 1, then return, else end. So it's gonna read. I must have a go substatement in here. So it's got to be up at the top somewhere. I just can't find it right now. I don't know where it is. I might have erased it. Where the heck could it be? You know, guys, I can't even find it. I had some clause in here that. Oh, I think I know where it is now. There's a part in here, and you guys make long videos too, so I don't feel bad making maybe a half an hour video. I don't know how you guys do 5.5 hour shows every Saturday, so you can't really critique me on a 30-minute video. I'm honestly trying to be an educational resource for programmers and what have you. So I have to take my time so that I'm not making mistakes. But there is, yeah. So if we complete the stage, we advance to the next tape, and that's where the clause is. So I have to edit line 415. If 415 says continue equals 1, so I'm gonna need to change that. But what it pertains to is that if I quit and save, it's different than if I progress to tape 2. There's a difference. So I have to think of another word other than continue, because apparently on stands for, it's reading it as see on something on something. You know, I don't want to use resume because we're not really resuming anything, but I can't think of another word. So we're just going to say 415 resume, resume equals 1. And that's going to fix that. Hopefully there's no more secret words in here. Let's just try this. If it comes up with a number, then you're safe. Okay, so try these first so you don't get in a what is it called? In a I can't even think of the word. You don't end up in a jam like this. So now I just have to edit 484. And this is why I make these videos, because sometimes it just gets frustrating trying to do all these things, without any feedback or anyone to, bounce it off of. I'm not really not thinking today, It's better to have an audience and try to get feedback and basically, present something, and then it's another level of analysis that you can't get if you're just sitting there programming by yourself. Even though we can't talk to each other, it does help. So here, let me grab this for the 4th time. Okay, we're going to do this for the last time, hopefully. I'm just going to stand over here. We have $5 in a model rocket, standing here in the hobby shop. I'm going to quit the game. I'm going to insert my save game tape. And Curtis, we don't have to. I've been watching some of your comments, and we don't need. What I'm doing here is the games are on tapes, so we have 5 game tapes. a save game tape, and a boot tape. Okay. The only thing you'll ever have to do is rewind the tape. You'll never be asked to go to position 109 or something like that. That would just be stupid. That's why I split it up into different tapes so we don't have to do that. The only thing you would ever be asked to do is to rewind the tape. That's it. So I wanted to clear that up. This is very easy to use, and since I'm using an emulator, it's just like a disk. It doesn't have all the features of maybe a disk directory, but it does work, and it is what it is. It's really not that complicated. So I'm going to hit the space bar. Okay, it's going to save the data. It opens and closes communication with the tape deck, saves everything, closes communication, game saved. Okay, now I have to alter a line here. I need to edit 6, and I need to run this out. We're going to run it. Okay, we're going to run the game as if we were just starting the game. We pop the tape in, we're running a new game. It's still tape 1. So it tells me insert save game tape. Now press play, then press space. So that means we're inputting from tape. Rewind the tape, save game tape back in, rewind it. It should already be in there. We're going to, as soon as we do that, hit space. Now it's going to load. It already did. It loaded everything. Now we should appear in the hobby shop, which it's doing. Okay, guys? And we're not standing up here, which I don't know why. We should be standing up here. But our inventory does reflect what we had, and we are in the hobby shop. So the only thing I have to address is why we're not standing up there. So basically, you can quit the game anytime you want and resume on the same screen with the same items that you saved with, or that you quit the game with, and you can continue at your leisure. This is a long game. It's going to take a few hours, maybe days to finish, and this way you're not in a rush to, you can play it at will, and we don't have to worry about starting over, because nobody wants, and I can't leave the hobby shop because it tells me I have to pay for the rocket. So let's pay for the rocket. And as I was saying, the worst thing is playing a game, a long game, and then you have to start all over again. I hate games like that. It makes it impossible to finish, and this way you can just resume the game, and you don't have to do everything all over again. And I don't know what's wrong with 344. It's the points thing again. Now I have to go back and change everything to score. It's going to drive me crazy. So I have to go through that and change that, and I have to figure out why I put a command in there where and you know what? You know what it is? I forgot to include the variable increment at the end when I save it. So I'm gonna have to do that. I know why that's not working. I have to specify the value of XX and XX and YY. So XX and YY are going to be equivalent to your X and Y when you quit the game, and then when you load the game, it's gonna add XX and YY to X and Y, which are 0, and then XX and YY will equal 0 after that, so it won't conflict, but I didn't remember to put that in. So let me work on this tomorrow and try to, I'll do another video to show that it works. But I did some work as we were talking here, so I want to save that work. I found a whole bunch of errors. I didn't think there were going to be any, and I just keep finding more and more. But the good thing is that after a while, as you get experience programming, you kind of know what where to look for problems and when they come up. But when I know, just getting into programming, it could take you an hour and a half to figure out why you're getting an error. And then it turns into like an algorithm problem where there's something wrong with your code. Those are much more difficult to figure out. But so let me save this right now. Um, yeah, that's not right. Let me save this output. Gonna call it 1p3. C save tape 1p3. I'm gonna list it out, and that's it. So I'm getting ready to end this video, and I hope everyone has good holidays. Christmas is coming up in a few days. 4 days or so. So everyone's enjoying the time off. Hopefully everyone's getting time off. I have quite a bit of time off, so I have been fixing up my house, inside and out, painting, doing all kinds of work around the yard and so on. And we have not gotten any snow. I mentioned this before. It's already the middle end of December, and we haven't had a snowflake. And usually we've had a couple of feet by now. By usually November, I'm thinking we're not going to get anything until January, and I think it's climate change. I know a lot of people don't really pay attention to climate change, or they don't believe in climate change, but I studied climate change pretty extensively. I am a geographer. You guys probably don't know that, but I've studied climate change, energy resources, and sustainability quite extensively. And I don't really know how much I really buy into it either. They said we're having an El Nino this year, which means the oceans are warmer and the winds are. That's what's doing it. The atmosphere is just not cold enough around here right now, and I guess that's what's happening. I like snow. Most people I talk to don't. I don't know why. I don't know if up in Canada, Curtis, you guys have had any significant snow. Let me know. Send a message. I haven't heard from you for a while either. Other than that, I'm just going to let this finish listing out. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm going to cut this off, and I appreciate the comments from the error video. I finally got some discourse going. I want to keep it going, so let's hear from you guys. Other than that, I'll see you back in a few days probably, and it's going to take me some time to finally get this game. I keep making putting more features, more and more features. It just keeps slowing down the deadline, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's usually there's 3 or 4 people working on a game like this, but I'm solo, right now. So Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the presentation, and I hope everyone has a good weekend. Take care.